Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I feel like I haven't really talked about makeup here in a while. It's been stem cells and vaccines and all kinds of things not pertaining to makeup, so I feel like it's time to go a little bit to the point where I talk about makeup so that this feels more like my YouTube channel about makeup. Can't really help myself, so I'm going to make just one teeny tiny remark. Still waiting for the makeup community to wake up and say something about, the whole Kat Von D situation. Still waiting. Nothing's happening. Okay, let's now move on to my summer essentials and favorites that I've been really loving using in the past couple of months. A lot of these are going to be skincare favorites, and I think I'm going to start with that. So in the past couple of months, the needs of my skin have completely changed. I've been someone who has normal to oily skin, so I've always gravitated more towards, light serums and light night creams and day creams and stuff that, just sinks into your skin very quickly, and it's not like ultra mega moisturizing because, first of all, I thought it would not fit my super oily skin, and second of all, I didn't really feel like my skin needed it. But in the last couple of months, as you guys all know, since I'm growing a human, things have changed and my skin has completely changed, and it's been dry. It's been parchment dry. I also mentioned a couple of weeks ago to you in a Get Ready With Me that I was suffering also from quite a lot of eczema spots on my face. I'm happy to say that those have calmed down a little bit right now, and I'm really hoping they will stay like this because they were super awful. So my skincare routine has changed, and the first thing I want to talk about is actually something more of a body care product, and this is, those of you who've been around my channel for a while may already know that I'm kind of an addict when it comes to the Body Shop and especially their body butters, and I have a bunch of them. I didn't have the shea butter though, or at least I haven't had it for a while because I didn't really feel like I needed it. It's actually a very beautiful, it smells very nice, but the scent is not very overwhelming, and depending on the season I always gravitate towards a different scent. The reason I bought this is because at some point my belly was starting to stretch and itch because of that. Like, I could really feel my skin stretching and being irritated and itchy. I told a friend of mine who already has a baby that I was experiencing that, and then she recommended that I try this body butter, and I must say it has helped tremendously because for a while there I was like literally smearing it every single evening. Now I don't do it every evening because I don't feel the need for that, but whenever I feel like my skin is getting itchy anywhere on my body or like really dry, this stuff really helps. Then comes a skincare product that I actually had out of my skincare routine. Doesn't matter what brand it is, it's just pure grapeseed oil. I have actually gone through at least 2 bottles of that in the past, but because my skincare routine had improved tremendously since I switched to using Paula's Choice products, I didn't feel the need for this. However, when I started getting the red eczema spots, and especially with hay fever, my nose here would get really like super dry and super flaky, and this is the only thing that has really helped me, and it's soothing and it sinks into the skin really nicely. I absolutely love grapeseed oil, especially if you have like oily skin and you're a little bit afraid to dip in your toes into skincare oils. I highly recommend this one, it's really good. And I only have a couple of skincare products that I wanted to talk about, and those are all from Paula's Choice. I have talked a little bit about Paula's Choice in like empties and favorites before, but I don't think I've really made a video dedicated about that. I don't know if you are interested in me talking about my favorite products from her, but the thing is, so far I had a completely different set of products I was using because the needs of my skin were totally different. Like I said, even when it comes to like nighttime routine, I was still gravitating towards like the lighter creams and not so much the rich, heavy, ultra moisturizing things. However, that just wasn't cutting it for me lately. Unfortunately, I had to also stop using my absolute favorite types of products from her, which are the clinical 1% retinol and all the like skincare that contains retinol, because you are actually not allowed to use retinol products when you're pregnant, so I stopped using that already months ago, so now they're just chilling in my drawer waiting for me to start using them again. I absolutely love retinol products, they've had a really positive effect on my skin, but since I stopped using them, I had to, switch things around and try what works for me. And a couple of weeks ago, when my skin was incredibly dry, I just had to go ahead and purchase some of the more heavy-duty creams. So these are the 2 face creams that I'm going to talk about now. So one is this Calm Redness Relief Moisturizer, normal to oily skin, moisturizes and smooths extra sensitive skin, and this is supposed to be a night cream, by the way. However, I use this now in the morning before I apply my makeup. It's that bad. Never in my life have I ever thought that I will be using a heavy-duty night cream in the morning, because in any situation before, that would have made my skin feel really heavy and oily, and it would have resulted in me greasing up within 2 hours. Now I love it. And my nighttime routine now features this Clinical Ultra Rich Moisturizer for dry, very dry skin with coconut oil and shea butter. It comes in this purple packaging. Again, an absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely cream. The one thing I want to say about both of these, even though they are like heavy duty, ultra moisturizing, like richer creams, they don't sit on your skin. They feel very pleasant. They sink into the skin fairly quickly, and I have absolutely no complaints in terms of, oh, this feels really greasy and heavy on my skin. Absolutely not. And the last product from Paula's Choice I want to mention is actually a little sample that I have here of this eye cream. Is the, what is it called? Resist Anti-Aging Eye Cream for all skin types, again with shea butter. So I only have a little sample of that I bought a really long time ago, and only recently have I really appreciated this cream so much that I actually bought a full size, which is on its way to me. The skin around my eyes has always been quite dry, so I've always like needed that kind of extra moisture every now and then around my eyes, but it has never been so bad that I could really truly appreciate this cream. However, in the past few weeks I have seen like cracks underneath my eyes that I didn't even know existed. So I thought it's time to bust this guy out. I've been using it pretty much every morning and every evening, and I just applied before I put my concealer on, and I really feel like my skin around my eyes is very nicely moisturized. So I really highly recommend this. I'm not someone who is a supporter of, oh, you need a special skincare or a special cream for every part of your face. Normally I'd be like, no, your moisturizer, you can just apply it around your eyes, it will be just fine. But this really has something extra to it that really moisturizes, plumps and hydrates your under eyes. I just have one more thing to mention, and it is not skincare per se, but this is my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. If you have guys heard of that, then you probably already know how awesome this product is. If you haven't though, Laneige is a Korean brand, if I'm not mistaken. I think pretty much sure they're Korean. And I heard about this from a very good friend of mine at work. She gave me a sample of hers at the best moment possible when my lips were extremely dry, and I fell in love with it. It's so good. You put a little bit of this before you go to bed, although I must say at some point I was just smearing it all throughout the day because my lips were so dry, but basically you're supposed to use it only during the night. Mine is in green because it's in the scent Apple Lime, and I really like it. It also comes in like this really huge pot. If I'm not mistaken, they do have a mini version of one of the scents, not all of them, and they're not, I wouldn't call this cheap by any means, but I wouldn't call it too expensive either. The ingredients are beautiful, it really works, it really moisturizes your lips. So if you have super dry lips, I highly recommend trying the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Okay, and the rest of the products that I want to talk about are all makeup. So these are my summer makeup essentials, so colors and products that I tend to gravitate towards, especially in the summer. A couple of them, I have to admit, are new in my routine. And I want to start with something that is completely new to my routine. I only have it for a couple of weeks, and it has completely changed my brow game and the way I do my brows. This is the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. It comes in a little tube like this. I have mine in the shade, I want to say this is 04. They didn't even have a darker shade, so I didn't really have even the option to choose anything darker. But this is the spoolie that it comes with. It's like a really nice, small, thin brush spoolie that you can easily comb through your brows. And what I've been really enjoying doing with this is like making my brows a little bit bushier and like crazier. I don't really know how else to explain it. I don't know whether you will be able to see, I kind of like lift the hairs a little bit so that they look a little bit messier. And I've been really enjoying this look. In fact, I don't have anything else to my brows right now, only this product. I was initially pairing it with my ABH brow powder, but then I figured, why not just try using this only, because my brows are already full enough, maybe they don't need that much product. And to be honest, I've really been enjoying how my brows are looking just with this product. The next two products are both from MAC, and they're something that I obtained recently, but I have already fallen in love with. So I have been looking for a foundation that has a little bit of like a lighter, more glowy coverage compared to my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I still love my Double Wear. It's not to say that Double Wear and I are breaking up, but I just wanted something a little bit lighter coverage for the summer, you know, something a little bit more glowy and illuminating. And the first product that I picked up was this MAC Strobe Cream. This is only a sample, the full size comes in a bigger tube, but I just wanted to give it a try. This is in the shade, I want to say Pink Light. And it's like one of those multitasking products that you can use to either mix in with your foundation, or use it before your foundation, or even dab it after foundation as a highlight. It has a little bit of that pearly texture, a little bit of that pink sheen to it, and when you work it into your skin, it just gives you the most beautiful glow. So this is what I've been using a little bit as my primer, because I don't use primer anymore, but I've just been using this to kind of give my face a little bit more glow, because like I said, lately it's been so fucking dry. So this is an absolutely beautiful product. I never really dared to use any of these types of products to mix in with my foundation, because I thought I would look like a grease ball, but I've worn this like a whole day and I haven't ended up looking like a grease ball. So highly recommend. The other product, also from MAC, is their Face&Body foundation. Absolutely love this foundation. I've been trying to find my MAC foundation, like a MAC foundation that works for me, for a really long time. So I've tried a variety of samples of like different foundations, and I fell in love with this foundation pretty much instantly. It's been like a love at first sight kind of situation. This is the most beautiful foundation. It just goes on your skin with a very light coverage. It sits on your skin very beautifully. It gives you a little bit of that, you know, glow. It doesn't make your skin look really dry, and it stays on really nicely throughout the day without looking heavy or cakey or smudging around or making you look like a grease ball. I am really impressed with this and really surprised that I love it so much. I know this foundation's been a cult favorite for a while. It's like a holy grail for a lot of YouTubers, and now I can see why. The hype is worth. What? The hype is worth? What am I saying? It's worth the hype is what I mean. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. The bronzer that I've been loving lately is also something that's not totally new. It's something that I've already had at least for a year, and that is the Chanel Soleil then blah 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 blah. I don't know how to pronounce that. This is how the bronzer is called. It's like their cult, you know, cream bronzer that comes in this huge luxurious pot, and then it looks like this. It's like a moussey, creamy texture, and it looks really beautiful on the skin. I definitely tend to gravitate towards this bronzer more in the summer, so it's also one of the reasons that I think I'm just going to have it for the rest of my life. It's a good bronzer. Is it something that you can find in a more affordable price? I'm sure you can, but it's just my favorite for during the summer, so I just wanted to share it with you. My other complexion favorite is something that shocked me. I talked about this in a recent makeup haul that I did, and this is the Nudestix. Oh, how is this called again? Wait, let me see. The Nudestix All Over the Face color, and mine is in the shade Deep Maple A. It is basically a cream blush. I mean, I think you can use it on your lips as well, but I don't like to mix cheek and lip products. I think that's gross. But I am truly shocked that I love and gravitate and reach for a cream product so often. I don't even know who I am anymore. I've always been a supporter of like powders because they're so much easier, and all of a sudden here I am using a cream product. This is an absolutely beautiful formula. I truly understand why people are so fond of Nudestix products. This is obviously a very heavy swatch. If you shear it out a little bit, it becomes this like beautiful rosy brick color is actually the blush that I have on today. I absolutely love it. I've been using it for like days in a row and I have not really wanted to reach for anything else. And my last complexion type of product before we move into eyes and lips, obviously the Dream Glow Kit from Anastasia. This is her newest glow kit. It comes with these beautiful 6 shades of highlighters. Today I have this one, Regal, on my face again. I don't really know why whenever I have a video I'm always wearing Regal, but I've actually worn all 6 shades of this and I like all 6 shades. And now let's talk about a couple of eyeshadows that I absolutely love wearing during the summer. The first one is a new favorite for me and that is one of my Looxi eyeshadows. It's this yellow color over here. Let me take it out and show it to you. This is Lemon Drop. When I bought this color, I absolutely did not expect that it would turn into my favorite Looxi eyeshadow, but it is, because I haven't had it for a very long time and I don't know whether you can see the damage I've already done. I wear this eyeshadow as an inner corner highlight and as a lid shade all the time. It's the most beautiful, like light pastel yellow with a pink duochrome to it. It's reflective, it's very fun for the summer and it works so nice. I absolutely love this. And speaking of yellow eyeshadows, I cannot not mention once again my Colourpop eyeshadow in the shade Tankini, which, like I said before, is like the happiest summer glittery yellow. It's also the eyeshadow that I have on my lids today. Tankini is obviously much more yellow compared to Lemon Drop. Like now you can't even tell that Lemon Drop is all that yellow, but like I said, Lemon Drop has much more of like that pastel yellow tone to it, whereas Tankini is a true yellow. Absolutely love both of these shades, especially in the summer. I don't know why when the summer comes I just want to wear yellow all the time. And the last favorite, and something that I don't know why I never talk about on my channel but I wear all the time, is this Inglot Body Sparkle in the number 54. This is also like a light, it has like a white translucent base and the most beautiful coppery peachy pinky gold flecks to it. Whoops, and I just spilled like half of it. Let me just swatch this for you because I do have it a little bit on my inner corners and over top of the yellow, but I'm not sure you will be able to see it all that well from that far. So I'm just going to swatch it a little bit for you. So this is something that I normally don't use on its own. I layer it over other products, but it's just absolutely beautiful. And the last 2 things I want to talk about are lip products. The first one is this lipstick from MAC in the shade Speak Louder. Speak Louder, well, it's not the lipstick that I'm wearing, so I don't really know why I'm doing this. Speak Louder is the most beautiful, like rosy pink for the summer. It's in their cream sheen formula, by the way, because I've really broken up with liquid matte lipsticks and matte lipsticks in general. I'm all about creamy lipsticks. Creamy lipsticks and, you know, things that have a bit of a gloss to them are my favorite thing. This is a beautiful color for summer. It's really comfortable and I highly recommend it if you want something like bright and pink and fun for the summer. And the last product I want to mention is the Urban Decay High Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Fireball. Fireball is also like that kind of like pinky, peachy. Well, you're not going to see much of that because of course it has a translucent base, but you can see a little bit of those pinky tones to it. It looks like this. It has the most beautiful like pink flecks of glitter in it, and if you apply it over a matte lipstick it looks absolutely beautiful. I don't like to mix this so much with cream lipsticks because I feel like it really disturbs the cream base, but I do love using it over matte lipsticks. One thing I want to say about this: the Urban Decay lip gloss formula still isn't my favorite formula. I think I still prefer the formula of Anastasia because it feels a bit more creamy and a bit lighter on the lips. This feels still a little bit more like an actual lip gloss to me. That still doesn't mean it's sticky and gross, but if I have to pick between the 2 formulas, I would definitely go for Anastasia. Still, this is a beautiful lip gloss and I highly recommend it if you're willing to try something, you know, a little bit fun, a little bit lighter for summer. So guys, those were my summer favorites. What are yours? What do you really gravitate towards and like using particularly in the summer? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!